Do you sometimes wish your workflows wrote themselves? Well, in Kestra 1.0, we've now added the AI Copilot to assist you with building and modifying your workflows. First step to making sure you can use the AI Copilot inside your Kestra instance is head over to your Kestra configuration, and at the bottom here, we're going to add a new AI section, the type Gemini, as that is what we have support for at the moment. And then you can specify what model you want to use, as well as the API key you can get from the Google AI Studio. Pop that all in here, and then you can relaunch Kestra. Once you've done that, you'll now see the AI Copilot here at the top right of the editor. Now, when you click on this, you will get the prompt for, well, whatever you're trying to build exactly. Now, we can start with a very simple workflow, which it says here, create a flow that runs every Monday at 9 a.m. So let me just type that in. So now I've got that, I can press submit. Now the thing that's really nice about this is it then gives you the option to accept or reject. So what it's done here is it's taken the existing flow that we've had, because I didn't specify what the flow should do, but it has added a trigger for 9 a.m. every Monday. So I can press accept here, and if we save this workflow now and head over to triggers, we'll see the next execution date is going to be Monday at 9 a.m. But it is worth noting it says 10 a.m. because I'm an hour ahead of UTC. We can try a different example. Here I'm going to tell it to create a Python script that fetches weather data from New York City. So here I'm going to tell it to generate the flow, and what we're going to see is it's then going to show us what it's changing and then whether we want to accept or reject it. We can see it's going to replace the log task we had with a Python one. It's going to get the dependencies we need, and then it's got the Python code using Open Weather Map. We obviously need to get an API key, but it is going to do what we wanted. So I'm going to press accept here and see that this is now added, and I can save that to my workflow. Now I'm going to just quickly remove this trigger because I want to demonstrate that the AI Copilot doesn't just have to be for generating the flow from scratch. You can also use it to add to an existing flow. So now I could say add a trigger to run at 9 a.m. every day. And now it's going to create a trigger with the cron expression required to achieve that. So we can scroll down and see it's going to run it at 9 a.m. every single day. I can accept that too. So now I have a workflow that's going to run every day and run some Python code. And all I've had to do is fetch an API key and write a few prompts. The best bit is you can just keep building. So now I'm going to ask it to send me a Slack notification that approval is needed, and then pause the workflow. So maybe instead of sending out this weather information, I want to check that it is correct first. So let's just add that in here and see what that can generate. So now we can see it's got the Slack notification, which again, we're going to need to put a Slack webhook URL in, but it's got all the information we need. And I can see that this is going to take some of that weather data as output. It's generated all that for us. I haven't had to do any of that myself. And then it's going to wait for approval. So let's accept that and save that. And we can see the topology view now reflects that change as well. And so we can see again here, all of that information has been put in here. Now I've just removed all the YAML code there. Before I press save though, I am going to ask it now to do a different thing, which is to send a post request to this dedicated URL. So we can click send there, and that's going to now ask Gemini to generate this with our AI Copilot. That looks good to me. So now I can save that. We'll see the topology view here reflects that change as well. And well, we might as well try running it to see if it works. And we can see here it did work successfully. We can see that it has successfully got the data. We can see the data there as we want. I'm going to run another command here. I want it to use a shell commands task to say hello Docker with the echo command using a Docker task runner. So that's obviously a lot more detail than what I've put in the prompt, but let's see if it can generate that inside of our workflow. And just like that, it's got the shell commands task, it's got the task runner, and it's got the commands as we'd expect. So now I can press accept and save, and we can now see that if I press execute, this is going to work just as we expected. So the AI Copilot can really make that building process a lot easier, especially when it comes to things such as dealing with expressions, especially passing outputs. You might already have some of the workflow set up, but you just need to add a little bit extra. That's where the AI Copilot can come in to give you a hand. It's there to help you, not make your life harder. Let me know what you think of the AI Copilot.